Hey, folks. So rarely has the moniker for this series, Frontlines Corner, been more applicable than what's going on in climate change. I feel like everywhere in the world is the front line definitionally for climate change. We've seen really horrific recent events in Maui, but also 100-degree waters off the coast of Florida, and really, pick your geography, and there are really manifest, existing, very in-your-face versions of climate change that are developing for communities all around the world. And I'm forced to reflect on the last time we talked about this on this series, where the skies of New York were orange with the residue from the Canadian forest fires, and think to myself, what is the role of innovation in our community in making a difference? And the honest truth is that we can be pulled towards thinking of the innovation community as forward-looking, far forward-looking. What are solutions that are going to be relevant in 2030, 2040, 2050, which, by the way, coincidentally, is the sell-by date on a lot of the big global goals on this problem. The other part of it, though, is we might be tempted, and I think there's a lot of truth to this, to thinking of what the startup innovation economy can do in super local ways. Could there have been better ready alert systems in Maui to save more lives? The truth for me, though, is that it's right in between those two things. The innovation economy can do its best work to fight climate change by attacking very large problems in ways that are close to commercialization or at commercialization today at scale. And there's a few things that are really important in that. The first is, I think we have long since passed the time at which we can believe that society is going to make major changes in the way that we live our lives to fight climate change. If we're not going to do that when we're swimming in warm bath water and killing all the coral, or when communities are literally burning, then we're probably not going to do it at all. So then where can we look for innovation? And I look in our own portfolio and I think of companies like Lollyware, the founder of which was born in Hawaii and moved to action on the oceans by growing up right near them. I think of companies like Sealed, which is a company focused on energy efficiency for households all across the country. And I think to myself that the solutions they're putting forward, Lollyware, replacing plastics in commercial existing industrial supply chains with a seaweed-based plastic that you could actually probably eat and be okay. Or Sealed, which is just energy efficiency updates for your home, which they will finance. These are the types of solutions that will really move the needle in climate change and in fighting the changes to our planet that are hurting us in real ways today, but do not require us to believe that society will undertake wholesale changes in the way that we live our everyday lives. That's where I'm going to put my effort. That's where I think a lot of us should put our effort. And that community of commercialization-ready climate technology companies have just received hundreds of billions of dollars of support from the federal government, from non-dilutive grant funding, from foundations all around the world and other governments. It is beyond time for us to focus on the climate solutions of today, not of tomorrow. If the time isn't now, then please tell me when it is.